But what we need to talk to Merce about now is what happened at the Emirates today.
Thierry Henry's return to Arsenal in an official coaching role has sparked excitement across North London, and his very first training session as assistant coach at London Colney was nothing short of remarkable. The man once known simply as the King walked back onto the pitch where he made history not to score goals this time, but to help shape the next generation of Arsenal stars. For the supporters, it was an emotional moment. For the players, it was a chance to learn directly from one of the greatest to ever wear the shirt. The morning atmosphere around the training complex felt different. Coaches and staff exchanged smiles, while the players buzzed with anticipation. Thierry Henry, Arsenal's all-time leading goalscorer, was back in club gear, not as a guest or ambassador, but as a core part of Mikel Arteta's coaching team. As he strode onto the pitch, whistle in hand, he carried the same commanding presence that once made him a nightmare for defenders. Even before the drills began, his presence lifted the energy of the session. The focus of Henry's first session was clear: sharpness in attack, precision in movement, and composure in the final third. He immediately took the forwards Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, Victor Gyökeres, and new signing Rodrigo into specialized drills. He showed them the subtle details of receiving the ball under pressure, turning defenders with one touch, and finishing with calmness rather than panic. When Rodrigo hesitated in front of goal during a finishing exercise, Henry stepped in to demonstrate himself. With effortless grace, he curled the ball into the corner of the net, reminding everyone that his legendary touch has never faded. The players erupted in applause, visibly inspired. But Henry wasn't just there for the strikers. He engaged with the midfielders, urging Declan Rice to trust his instincts and play vertical passes quicker. He pulled Martin Odegaard aside to discuss exploiting half spaces with intelligence, explaining how small movements can unbalance defenses. Even defenders like William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes felt his influence, as Henry reminded them of the importance of composure when building from the back. His philosophy was simple: every player on the pitch must think like an attacker, because the game is won by those who can turn defense into opportunity in an instant. Mikel Arteta observed closely, occasionally stepping in with tactical instructions but mostly giving Henry the freedom to lead. The dynamic between them already looked harmonious: Arteta with his meticulous attention to detail and tactical organization, and Henry with his instinct, flair, and natural charisma. Together, they created a perfect balance of discipline and inspiration. For the players, it felt like receiving lessons from two different yet complementary masters of the game. What stood out most during the session was Henry's intensity. He demanded quick passes, sharper touches, and relentless focus. When players got sloppy, he wasn't afraid to stop the drill and reset. Yet alongside that intensity, he offered encouragement. When a young academy player scuffed a finish, Henry clapped his hands and told him, "That's how you learn. Do it again, do it better." It was the same balance of toughness and warmth that defined his playing days. The symbolic nature of his return wasn't lost on the fans. Videos and photos from the session spread across social media within minutes. Supporters described the scenes as goosebump-inducing and the start of something special. One fan wrote, "Seeing Henry coaching Saka is worth more than words. It's like the past and future of Arsenal standing side by side." For the Emirates faithful, Henry's presence represents a bridge between the glory days of Wenger's Invincibles and the new era Arteta is building. Players also expressed their excitement. Saka reportedly told teammates how surreal it felt to have Henry coaching him directly, while Martinelli stayed behind after training to do extra finishing drills with the French legend. Rodrigo, Arsenal's big summer signing, seemed particularly eager to impress Henry, listening carefully to his every word. Even senior players like Jorginho and Odegaard treated the day with reverence, acknowledging the rare privilege of learning from someone who has conquered the Premier League, the Champions League, and the World Cup. Henry's first training session also hinted at his long-term impact. His coaching style emphasized not just technique but mentality. He reminded players of the importance of ruthlessness in front of goal, the value of composure under pressure, and the mindset needed to perform at the very highest level. "Talent gets you here," he told one group of players, "but mentality takes you to the top." That message resonated deeply, especially with a squad still chasing its first major trophy under Arteta. For Arsenal, this appointment feels like more than nostalgia, it feels strategic. The club has been close to success in recent years but has lacked the final push to become champions. Henry, with his winning pedigree and larger-than-life personality, could provide that missing edge. His influence, both technically and psychologically, may prove decisive in Arsenal's pursuit of the Premier League title and a deeper run in the Champions League. As training wrapped up, Henry lingered on the pitch, staying back with the strikers for extra finishing work. He laughed with Martinelli, corrected Nketiah's body shape for a volley, and offered Rodrigo a final piece of encouragement before heading inside. It was a powerful image, a legend not content to simply inspire from afar, but actively rolling up his sleeves to shape the future. Thierry Henry's first training session at Arsenal was more than just a coaching debut, it was a statement of intent. It signaled a club reconnecting with its past while looking boldly to the future. The King may no longer be scoring goals, but his mission now is even greater, to help a new generation write their own history. Judging by the passion and intensity of his first day, Arsenal may have found not only a coach but also a spark that could ignite their journey back to the very top of world football.